My name's Scott Phillips. I'm the founder of Vaulted Ventures. The video that we're about to look at is an interview with Marc Andreesen on the Joe Rogan Experience, where Marc talks about the need for content provenance in the age of AI. Marc is the co-founder and managing partner at Andreesen Horowitz, the world's largest venture capital company. Let's take a look at the video.
So let's put the headphones on to watch this because it's so crazy. We're at that moment where you cannot tell.
Right.
And let's look at this one because it's pretty extraordinary. This is the best version that I've seen so far. This is completely AI.
11 labs to speak like me.
It's one of our companies.
So I can input any text and it will sound like me. Then I trained HeyGen with a video of mine. I input the audio file to generate a video based on my text. The video you are watching right now is the result, 100% generated in AI. What do you think of that?
How crazy is that?
Oh,
that's your company? That's him.
Oh, that's him. Yeah.
That's the AI generator.
This is part of the first internet. As I said, first internet election. Probably the first internet election will be the one that has this kind of thing actually in it, where people get tricked.
That's the fear of the future, right?
Yeah. And so, I think that's going to be the kind of thing that's going to happen in terms of like the dirty trick side. I think that that will be a part of it, right? There's always some way to try to game these things.
Just have the most brilliant writers formulate. Get AI to do it. Like you're saying, AI has all these solutions to things that are super logical. Yeah. And there's no weird thinking in it. It's like, cut all the fat out.
So I think we have a theory on how to fix this. And the theory basically is we're going to have to switch our sense of what's real from basically just trying to eyeball it and figure out whether it's real to only taking seriously the things that we know are real. And the way that we would know things are real is we'll have them registered on a blockchain. Right. And so I think the way this is going to work in the future is every politician will have an account on a blockchain service, like a crypto service, and then every politician, whenever they say anything in public, whenever they're going to have people around them with cameras all the time, whenever they put out a statement, they're going to cryptographically sign it on the blockchain so that it can be validated that it is actually content from them. And then I think we're just going to have to reach an understanding that we're just going to have to write off everything else that we see.
Wow.
Which frankly is a good idea anyway, because there just is a lot of noise, in the environment.
How would you integrate that with social media though?
We've been in a world of information warfare for a very long time. We've been in a world of sensationalist, nightly news. If it bleeds, it leads.
Yes.
Sensationalist stuff for a long time. We've been in the world of propaganda for a long time. So that you're not going to you're never going to make that go away.
But isn't it funny that we don't think of the past like that?
Oh yeah,
we
just
think of them
assume
as being virtuous and.
We assume they had it all figured out.
Yeah.
And that very much is not true. There's all kinds of crazy banana stuff. My favorite is in the Vietnam War. What was it? Was the Gulf of Tonkin that sort of kicked off the sort of big escalation. We now know for a fact it didn't happen.
Right.
The whole thing just didn't happen, and now there's this big debate about did they know it didn't happen or did they fake it? But so. There's always been stuff like that in history. So that we can't fix. And AI will be a new way to do that kind of thing. But what we can do is we can reorient people to say, okay, now you're going to have to take seriously, this stuff is real. And if you want to actually know what's happening, this stuff is real and we can prove that it's real. And if it's not, it's entertainment and you can choose to believe it or not.
Right.
But you should not rely on it. And look, it's not going to be perfect and it's going to take time, but there is a way to address this.
Okay, so that would be the solution to deep fakes, the blockchain.
Yeah, you flip it.
Yeah.
You focus on the real stuff.
That's logical.
Yeah.
That actually does make sense. So that actually kind of gives me hope. I do generally have hope, even though
I believe that Marc is entirely correct about the need for encryption to play a part in digital content provenance. And I love the concept of that you have to flip it, that you have to really only trust digital content that has some sort of cryptographic provenance built into it. So I don't believe, however, that blockchains are necessary or fit for purpose. So Vaulted Ventures is bringing to market what we call the Vaulted Objects Infrastructure. This is a cloud-based digital infrastructure that has a decentralized control architecture. So it's very Web3, but it runs on cloud and it's not blockchain. And it supports what we call a vaulted object. So a vaulted object is a container that encrypts the content into the object and then binds that to the digital identity of the user. So essentially what this does is it has the user attest to the existence and the creation of that digital content in a way that they cannot repudiate. And in fact, a vaulted object can be transferred between various users, and at every transfer it adds a piece to the chain of title which goes into the object as well. And in this way we can essentially attest to the creation and the possession of a vaulted object, and I think this will go a long way towards solving this problem of digital content provenance.